Hi guys, welcome to my channel, The Wisdom of Intuition. In today's reading, we're going to take a look at what can you expect next in your life. So whatever is happening at the moment, whether you see something shifting or not, this reading will give you a heads up on what is changing and what is on the horizon for you next. You can choose between three different piles. And they are pile 1, the card number 7, pile 2, card number 32, and pile 3, card number 1. Take a few moments if you need to see which pile resonates with you. If you're drawn to more than one pile, take a look at all of those that resonate with you. Bear in mind that this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with all of you, or it might not resonate completely. And this is also a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, it should resonate at least to some extent. See you guys in your pile. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the card number 7, and for what I see here, the thing that is coming next in your life is a period of self-reflection. Whether you will try to know yourself a bit better, or you will maybe try to find some answers concerning your love life, career life, or maybe just life in general. And I feel that some of you are actually going to get a new proposal, a new business offer to maybe go study abroad, or maybe to participate in a research or in an experiment which will take up a lot of your time and energy. You will be working with computers, or you will do some mathematics as well, maybe some equations, maybe some theory work. And for some of you, this might even have to do with language. Maybe you will be translating, maybe you will do some literature. Whatever it is, I feel like a lot of you are going to dive deep into who you are, what people are, what life is. You will try to rationalize the mysteries of life, maybe through poetry, maybe through mathematics, whatever it is. With the skull here, I'm heavily getting to be or not to be. So definitely there will be some questions that you will try to answer, which have been eluding you, which answers have been eluding you for so long. And I feel like this is the time for you to really dive deep into it, to allow yourself to research, to read, to investigate all the mysteries, all the things that have been left unanswered for you in your life. And you might be even some of the people who will have some breakthrough, or maybe have a discovery that will be marked as very beneficial for the whole community, maybe even the whole mankind. So I feel there a lot of you from pile 1 who might be doing, or might end up doing, something very significant, not only for yourself, but for a range of people, for a whole bunch of people, maybe even for the whole humanity. So whatever this is next that's coming up for you, I feel that you should focus solely on that. Do not neglect the rest of your life, of course, but I feel that you need to have focused intention here to really dive deep into what you are going to do here, and allow yourself to discover all the depths of the topic you will be researching and working on. But let's take a few more oracle cards to get further clarification on what is next in your life, pile 1. What to expect next in your life, pile 1. We have to be fair. What else? What to expect next in your life, pile 1. We have Cernunnos, life force. Express your divine passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. What to expect next in your life? Pile 1. We have animals. And one more. What to expect next in your life? Pile 1. We have Malachite. It's time to transform. So I'm getting a lot of green and blue here. A lot of green and blue. And there is brown everywhere in the root of the cards. So maybe those colors will be significant for some of you guys. But basically what I'm getting here is that you guys will be connecting some wisdom, some knowledge with your heart's desires. So you are basically getting an opportunity to do something which you have been longing to do for a long time. So with the malachite is usually a crystal that allows you to connect to your heart's desires, to true heart's desires, and to be able to transform your life in such a way that you are able to live that desires in your everyday life. It is also a crystal that will help you find your soulmate if you are looking for one. So I would definitely recommend you guys getting malachite and working with it. It is one of the crystals that has helped me find my soulmate. So I'm definitely rooting for you to get one because it really does work. I'm not saying that maybe malachite will be enough as itself, but it will definitely help speed up and ease up the process. So there is something within you that's been wanting to express itself, some kind of drive, some kind of passion of yours, which you haven't had the proper opportunity up till now to express in such a way that people would take seriously. And this is why I see the equation here. It's like you will be finding a way to prove to other people the things you have known deep inside, or maybe had faith that it will be proven someday by somebody, but you might not expect that to be yourself. And you will get a chance to be the one who gets to prove, to find, to discover the thing you have been feeling deep inside that is real, that is sometime in the future tangible. You will be making it tangible. This is what I'm getting. And I feel that you will be bringing to the table a lot more than you currently think you can bring. And what I mean by that is that with all the research, with all the time put into this, whatever this is you will be doing, you will come offering your results, your discoveries to everyone. But the trick here is that I don't think everyone can take it. Not because you will be banning them from taking it, it's because you will be discovering something that will ask people to rise to a higher level of understanding things. And the knowledge will be there for everybody to take it, but not everyone will be ready to access that higher level to be able to understand it. So this is what I'm getting. You will definitely be somebody, pile 1, who will transform a field of work in a very particular way. You will leave your mark on it. And only, I would say, the chosen ones, but I don't want it to sound privileged. By chosen ones, I mean the ones that are ready to hear and to understand what your findings are, will understand it and will in the end be able to use it in their work. So I feel it will be so progressive, so modern, so out of the box, the thing you will be discovering, that at first it might create a bit of a stir, a bit of a fuss within people, But in time, because you will have found the proven formula, so nobody can debunk it, it is a fact. People will have to accept it as reality, but not all of them will understand it. And because we have a monkey here, I have to warn you. Maybe some people will ridicule you precisely because they don't understand it. And this is what happens with all the great people who are way ahead of their time. They were mocked, ridiculed. They were deemed inappropriate, lunatic. Whatever people said, at some point in the future, they were proved wrong, because the people who invented great things, they were way ahead of all other people. They were on a higher level of understanding than the ordinary person. And this is why they faced ridicule. And this is just a bit of a warning for you to understand. If that happens, that just means that you are way ahead of those people, and it's not a confirmation of you or your worth, because you will be leaving humanity something priceless. And if they don't understand it, it's their loss. So bear that in mind, that not all people will understand the depth and the importance of the thing you will be giving to the world. And with the animals here, what I see is that you will be driven by your inner compass, by your instincts, and listen to that. And with the horns here, I definitely feel that a lot of you have very good instincts. Like, you can depend on that, you can rely on them. And whenever you are in doubt, try to close your eyes and see what would be your initial reaction, and then do that. Because I feel like you have been supported through your instincts to get to this revelation or achievement faster by using those instincts. And I have to mention, with the horns here, this reminds me a lot of Capricorn. So maybe some of you are Capricorns in your sign, and this is a message that definitely resonates with you on a deeper level than maybe the other people who have chosen this pile, as well as Libra, because I see the scales here. So if you are Libra or Capricorn, this might be an extra message that you should pay attention to. Okay, let's clarify more with the tarot. What to expect next in your life, pile 1. What do you need to know here? We have the Ace of Swords. Yes. So you are definitely going to come into the energy of exploration, of discovery, of learning, of becoming a student again. And this perfectly correlates with this card, because you will be studying, you will be researching, you will be collecting and gathering knowledge, information, experiences. You maybe even write a dissertation. So definitely some type of academic work is possible for some of you in this pile. And with the knowledge and information you will be researching, and in the end gathering and analyzing and getting to a conclusion, you will enlighten one part of the field you will be working on. So once again, I feel you will do some very important work in your field here. What else? What else do we need to know here? We have the Knight of Cups. So with the Knight of Cups here, I'm getting that if you want to approach more people, if you want to touch more people, you will have to sugarcoat your findings in a way. If you're willing to maybe work on your presentation of your results, if you're willing to work on how to speak and talk to people, how to influence them in a way for them to be more agreeable and acceptable and susceptible to your ideas, then you will need to work on the way you present things, on the way that people react, on different types of people and how they perceive information that is given to them. So whether they are the visual type, the auditory type, kinesthetic, etc. So not to go into further details about that. So if you want your findings to have a broader significance, or maybe broader what's the word, sorry guys, my brain just stopped for a second. So if you want your information to reach more people, then you need to find a way to work with words in such a way that is, in a way, people pleaser. Okay, people pleasing. I know it sounds bad, but sometimes you will catch more bees with honey, you know the saying, and this goes for your situation as well. If you're perfectly fine with people maybe not buying into your research and results, that's perfectly fine. But if you see that there is a benefit from you working on your approach and how to deliver the information you have gathered, then this might not be a bad thing to do. Let's see what else, what to expect next in your life, Part 1. We have the Three of Wands. Yes, I feel that after you do all this work, there will be a time period of wait. So there will be like this void where nothing will be happening, when you will be maybe waiting for a call back or maybe a letter, because we see a postman here coming and we see a woman waiting. And with the Three of Wands, it's usually waiting for the results to come into your life after you've done all the efforts, you have chosen your path, you have done the work, you have focused, you have done the actions necessary, and now all that is left is for you to allow time to pass so that you can see the influence you have made on the world. And there might be a letter or an email or a call that you will be waiting for a while, and it might make you nervous. But I feel that at that point, the only thing you need to do is to believe in yourself, in your idea, in your findings, in your work, and just try to relax with confidence and knowing that your results, your acknowledgements will come very soon. Because there is a period here that I see that you might get discouraged or start to doubt yourself. But that will pass quite quickly. So don't worry, guys. Let's see what else. What else you need to know here. We have the Five of Wands. Yes. So this card has always been very interesting to me because of the typical stereotype. So there is a woman and three guys in a work environment, and she feels to me like she's trying to argue with guys, and they are all in a way demeaning her, so in their own way. This guy is confronting her directly, so is giving her opposing opinions. This guy is looking at her in a condescending way. And I feel that this guy is trying to get in her pants, okay? So there are three different ways in which she is being challenged in something she is sure of. And in something that I feel here she has the superior position. But because they are not seeing her in that way, because they are not accepting her position, they are challenging her in their own unique ways. And I feel this is something you might experience as well within this process. And you have to stay alert to that, because in the end, you are the one that has the information, you are the one that has the knowledge, you are the one that did the work, and eventually you are the one who will bring a new revelation to that field you're working in. And it doesn't matter whatever happens here, listen to your instincts, because when I said that you are guided by your instincts, that's exactly what I meant. In this situation, she would definitely not let this guy tell her her place. She would not let this guy make her feel insecure or that she is in the wrong place, that she has no place to be here. And she will definitely not let this guy disrespect her in that way. She would deal with all of these three guys in the way she felt she needs to, because it is her right to be here. So remember that, guys. I feel that this will be maybe the most important thing from the whole reading. I'm heavily getting these vibes, so this will be your challenge in a similar or maybe exactly the same way. And let's take one more. What do we need to know here? And we have the Seven of Cups. With the Seven of Cups, I feel that there will be a lot of distractions and maybe even sabotages from other people in order for you not to get to this point. But for the majority of you, I feel the sabotages will be thinking about other people, thinking about multiple chores you need to do. And I feel that you need to eliminate all of that. Like I said in the beginning, you need to have an extreme focused intention on this thing in order for this to happen. So eliminate everything that stands in your way to achieving this. And I feel that you will definitely transform a whole field of the thing you are doing. So there is something great for you here, pile one. Just don't let distractions like this to affect you. Okay, and let's see some guidance for you, pile one. Okay, these two wanted to flip out. We have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. And we have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. So I feel that a lot of you, again, the Capricorn, as I said earlier, right? So this is double confirmation here. So what I'm getting is that your status has been very questionable in the past or is at the moment. And this thing that you will be doing next in your life will allow you to level up within your status, maybe get a promotion, maybe get recognized as an important person in your field. So definitely there is a status change for the better. You will be moving up the scale, up the hierarchy with this finding. And because we have time to take time to breathe out, which is linked to the Three of Wands here, I see that after you've done all the work, it will be necessary to really pamper yourself, like in this card, like this card depicts. In the period of waiting for an answer, of waiting for a callback or whatever it will be, it is necessary for you to take care of yourself, to allow yourself to relax, to not be in stress or in agony because you haven't got the callback or the letter or the email. That will be a time to distress, to relax, to gather your strength and energy for the thing that will come next after you get the call and the email. And I feel that after you get it, it will definitely transform your life to the point of your life being unrecognizable, but for the better. That's the key word here. And let's see two more cards. Guidance for pile one in this situation. Change one thing today. Start small. So if you feel that this is a big deal, what I just said in your pile, don't worry. You are meant for great things, pile one, but you don't have to do it in a day. You don't have to do it in a week, in a month, not even in a year. Take small steps, small changes towards the goal that is ahead of you. And you don't have to do it right away, not all of it. When we take giant leaps, it's very easy to fall because we might not be ready to take that big leaps. And maybe our goal seems unachievable because it is so massive, it is so huge. But if we break that goal into fewer smaller goals, and then those goals into smaller goals, and then take one little step each day toward our goal, the big goal, it will become much closer without us even realizing or being upset or stressed out because we want to get there. So definitely try breaking it down into small steps that you can do today. So something that you can feel like you have been able to achieve, to able to do each and every day. Because if you just look at the end goal, you will not start at all. It will be too big, too scary, and too unfamiliar. So break it down into smaller goals and then achieve them one by one. And let's take one more for you guys. We have celebrate yourself. You deserve it. Exactly. Once you get here, and we have already seen that you will get there sooner or later, celebrate yourself. Take time for yourself first, rejuvenate, and then go out and celebrate with your loved ones. You deserve it because you will have done a lot up to that point. And you deserve to be celebrated and recognized for the amazing job you have done here. My dear Pile 1, this was your reading. I hope it resonated, and I hope that I see you in the next reading. Bye! Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the card number 32. So what you can expect next in your life is there will be a time for you to revisit your past. So what I mean by that is the following. There are a few concrete and tangible messages here for some of you from Pile 2. For others, it will be a more generic or more objective message. So for some of you in Pile 2, you will get some news that you have a lost cousin, a lost sibling, that you have somebody from your family who you didn't even know they existed. And they will enter your life and you will get a chance to meet them, to talk to them, and to maybe clarify some of the things you always suspected happened, but you weren't sure, and nobody actually confirmed that they happened. So something from your childhood, from the time you were growing up. For others of you, I feel that there was an abortion at some time in your life, and you have never really dealt with that pain. And I feel that something will come up that will trigger emotions that were left after those events happen. And I feel this is a call for you, Pile, to actually heal from that experience, to bring peace into your life, and to really forgive yourself for what happened, or maybe forgive somebody else for what has happened to you. If you don't know how that might go down, there are a few examples I can give you, a few techniques that are very beneficial in healing your traumas, your traumatic experiences, and just emotions that have been left from certain situations in your life. One of the things that I do is coaching sessions. I do a lot of techniques from NLP, from Theta Healing, tapping, so EFT, matrix reimprinting, constellations, etc. So those are the techniques that can help you and help you greatly with your problem. So I just wanted to put it out there. You don't have to work with me, of course. You can work with anybody who you feel drawn to, who you feel you have have a connection with, who you have this bond, and who you feel that you can trust with this process. So maybe just to think whether that is a good approach for you, and if you decide, you can contact people who are certified to work with people with these techniques. For others of you who have not found themselves in these two examples I just gave, I feel that a lot of you will have to really face something from your past. Something will come up. I feel like you will find some documents, or maybe a diary, or you will get some information from a person you know from a long time ago, and you will get a new perspective, new information, new ideas on how something went down, and it will totally change the way you feel and think about it. And it will be a call to actually transform that into something new, something different. And I feel that at the root of it all is that it has come the time for you to let go of that situation and move on with your life. I do have to mention that what else I'm getting here is that some of you have problems with your mother. So you have a distorted relationship with your mother, and this is one of the things that might come up in order for you to heal it, to be able to be a good mother yourself, or to be able to be a mother at all, or maybe just to transition into a new phase in your life. So if any of those resonated, then I feel like this is a calling for you to transform that, to have and find peace with your past, and to allow yourself to move on into something brighter and better for yourself. Let's clarify further what to expect next in your life, pile 2. What do you need to know here? We have regeneration. What to expect next in your life, pile 2. We have Kalima, beautiful, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. What else? What to expect next in your life, pile 2. We have protection, and again, we see the pregnancy here. So definitely, I have to see it because I see this a lot in my work through coaching. If you're trying to get pregnant and it's not working out for you, it might not be a bad idea to try to see what is underneath your relationship with your mother. Because I feel that for some of you, the reason of your infertility or inability to get pregnant is relationship with your mother or a prior miscarriage. And if you know anything about spiritualism or just energy work, then you might be acquainted with that your body stores all experiences within itself if we don't know how to process them in a proper way. And if you had a miscarriage at one point, that feeling that you had is present. The soul of that little baby might even be present here still, in your perception, of course. And until you find peace with that, you might not be able to get pregnant. So this is just a heads up for those who might resonate with this. And once you do a simple session with giving all of the people who were involved all the resources they didn't have at the time of the situation that was happening, you basically release all of them from the pain, the suffering, and guilt that was that actually was created at that moment, and which is now maybe a blockage for you if you want to get pregnant. So maybe try that out if you found yourself in this example. And let's take one more, and then we're going to go deeper into the meanings. I just had to stress this out because I feel it is significant for maybe even a majority of you. I don't know why I'm getting this, but definitely is very important. And we have Amethyst. Trust your intuition. So there is something within you that has been basically burnt to ashes, almost destroyed. And because this past situation is coming up, even though it might be painful at first, this is your best chance to regenerate, to rejuvenate, and to heal from it. With the number 32, which is 5, which means change, you are getting an opportunity to actually go to number 46, which is 10, which is completion, to end the thing that is hurting you, to end the cycle you have been in for a while, maybe not even knowing you were in it. And this is your best shot for you to resolve it and to go into something new. With Kalima, which is a beautiful goddess, she is fearless. I mean, fearless. Even if you have fear, you still face it. You look it in the eye. And because you are able to do that, fear loses its strength, its power, and its influence over you. And you know, when they say that the most dangerous person in the world is the one who doesn't have anything to lose, because he's not afraid of anything. He has nothing to lose. And the same happens when you look your fear in the eye. When you face it, you are basically accepting that whatever happens after this point, you will be fine with it. Whatever you get to lose from your life, you will be fine with it. And this is precisely why fear loses its power. Because fear has power over you just because you are in a perception that something will be lost and you are not ready to accept it being lost. So this is why fear keeps you small, even though you might have already grown very big and out of your comfort zone. And the thing about comfort zone is they become uncomfortable because you are already outgrown them, but you still haven't put down the borders. You still haven't removed or widened the borders, better yet. And you're trying to stuff yourself into the known, into the comfort zone, but it's no longer comforting because you're already bigger than it. And the fear is the only thing that is keeping you stuck, because you're afraid to let go of those borders because they are known. But the fact is, you are already bigger and you are trying to sell yourself short because you don't know where the borders are going to be next. And with the protection here, aside from the fact that I got the pregnancy here and the relationship with the mother, I feel that it's important to note that you will be protected through this process. So if you decide to face your fear, to face your demons, to face your person from the past, you will be protected through the whole process. And see these butterflies here. Whenever I see a butterfly, I know that things will end well, because there will be a transformation and you will be given an opportunity to live something different, maybe better for yourself, because you went through that transformation, because you were brave enough to face the pain, to face the fear, to face your maybe anxieties. And because you were able to do that, you have already conquered them. And that's why you are protected. And with the amethyst, I feel that the main theme here is for you to have trust. The trust that you have been guided here for a reason, that this is not accidental, that this is a synchronicity. So this is faith. This was meant to happen sooner or later. And you can ignore it for a while, sure, but it will still come up. And the best way to deal with this is to face it right now and to really transform it into something beautiful. Okay, let's go deeper than this. Let's clarify with the tarot what to expect next in your life. How to, what do we need to know? Okay, we have one that flipped over, so we're gonna take it. We have the Ten of Cups. What else? We have the Six of Swords. Yes, the Wheel of Fortune. I always like to see the Wheel of Fortune. And the wheel is actually my point 34, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So everybody has a point 34. It's one of the major arcana that describes you, who you are in this life, your potentials, your strengths, your weaknesses. And this is my card, so I'm always happy to see that in the reading. We have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so we're going to start with the Ten of Cups, or the Ten of Chalices in this deck. So again, I have to go back to the point from the beginning of the reading. Whether you had a miscarriage and it ruined your relationship with your partner, with your family, or you had something happen to you where you were younger that definitely ruined the harmony, the family bliss. Everything was going well until something bad happened, and all of your happiness was shattered to pieces. And I feel now it has come the time for you to face it and to really heal from that. And we see that with the Six of Swords as well. I feel that you have spent enough time here in the gutter, okay? In the dark side. It's time for you to cross over to something better. And you see, you are guided. So you're not alone here. Like I already said, you are protected. Trust is needed here. You have been led here. You have been led here for a reason, in order for you to heal. This will not come up in order to hurt you again. This will come up in order for you to get to the brighter side, to get to the other side, to get to something better for yourself. And with the Wheel of Fortune, you have the power to decide, this ends now, I'm facing my fear, or to decide, I'm not ready yet and I'm gonna leave this for some other time, which is absolutely your free will. You do have free will, pile two, but you also have faith, you have destiny. And our lives are incredible in that way, because we are predestined in a way, with our preferences, with our talents, with our mission for our life. But our free will determines whether we will live up to that role. How long will it take us to get there, or if we ever get there at all? This is what we have power of, and this is exactly what's coming through for you. Either you are ready to take this wheel and turn it around, to make something out of this, to take these blessings and lessons from this situation, because all hard situations and all hardships in their core have disguised blessings, hidden blessings that will be unlocked for you later on, once you heal the situation. Or you will be here at this point for some prolonged period. So it's totally up to you, pile two, and there's no right or wrong. You are the one who decides what is right, what is wrong for you. But bear in mind that you are just prolonging your suffering if you decide not to face your fear. And with the Seven of Swords here, I feel that you will be very tempted not to face your fear. It will feel like you are going to self-sabotage a lot here. But you have this guiding system which is impeccable within you, and that is your intuition, which is one of the reasons why my channel is called the Wisdom of Intuition. And I'm going to tell you quickly why that is, why I named it that way. Because through my life, whenever I didn't listen to my intuition, in a way I got burned. But when I did listen to my intuition, sometimes things would go perfectly, and sometimes I would get burned nevertheless. That burn would eventually end up being the best blessing I could have gotten. Because there was something that I had to go through in order to learn something so valuable from that experience that I wouldn't have gotten anywhere else or in any other way. So wherever your intuition takes you to, whether it looks good or bad, in the end, it will be a good thing for you guys. And this is why you need to trust. And especially when we're dealing with healing, first you have to go into the pain in order for you to heal it. And if you're not ready to go into the pain, which definitely is scary and you want to avoid it, you will not get the healing. So it might seem counterintuitive, but it is not. You have to go into it, acknowledge it, and then own it to be able to transform it. Okay? Let's take a look at some guidance for you, pile 2. Okay, so the whole deck decided to jump in, so I see that you will need a lot of guidance, but as I already said, you have the guidance, all the guidance you need from your intuition, and you are protected. And you always have these types of readings to maybe get that guidance if you don't know how to connect to your intuition. So I might even do a meditation for you guys. I think I will do that today. I actually felt I needed to do a meditation in English, and I think I'm going to do that. This will be my first meditation in English, and I hope that you guys, especially you guys, will like it, because I think I'm going to do something around this topic because I say it's most necessary here. So let's see the guidance for you, pile 2. You see how I let this work, because whenever I feel I don't have the inspiration, something happens and I get inspired. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for me being able to bring you this reading, bring you this guidance, because you give back to me as well with your comments, with your energy, and with your stories, which inspire me to do even more of this work. So thank you guys. I just wanted to say that. Okay, let's see some guidance for pile 2. We have emotions are running high, of course. Sorry guys for the laughter, but that's what happens after you've been through a lot and healed a lot. There's nothing else you can do than to laugh, because you know how it feels to be there, and you know that it doesn't have to be that way. And then you look at your younger self with such compassion and see you were so benevolent and you knew so little and you got so caught up into the story, and it is adorable. It is so cute. It's like watching a puppy. So don't get me wrong. I definitely feel all of you guys. I know where you are, and I know that you can be healed. So this is why I'm laughing, because I know what this means. And once you get into my shoes, into my perspective, once you've healed it, you will see that you will know that something is completely healed when you can look back at it with peace and with a bit of humor. Then you will know that you have completely healed that part of your life. So the emotions are running high, supermoon. You are definitely being flooded with emotions. And emotions are very beneficial for us, guys. This is something we need to understand. We usually divide them into good emotions, bad emotions, positive emotions, negative emotions, which is perfectly fine. But we have to understand that all of the emotions have a certain reason why they come up. If you're sad, angry, guilty, disappointed, whatever comes up, it is just pointing in a certain direction, in a certain situation from your past where you didn't respond in a way you maybe wanted to, or you couldn't respond in a way you wanted to. And it definitely brings you back to that situation in order for you to heal yourself in that situation. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, and I know that a lot of you don't, because you haven't gotten the chance to see the work from reimprinting, from matrix reimprinting and theta healing or similar techniques like constellations, then this is probably very unknown to you, but it is very simple. You basically go back into the situation where your problem first started, and then you give the younger self everything they lacked in that moment in order for them to be okay. Okay? It's very simple, basically, but it changes. It does miracles for the person. And everything you are feeling is just accumulated. It's accumulated feelings from past experiences, and that's why they are so strong. And these feelings arising will actually help you to heal what is the problem here. So don't worry, feeling all of those emotions is okay. Even us spiritual teachers have bad days. Even us, we have anger, we have disappointment, we have fears. We do. And everybody who tells you otherwise is a liar. That's what I can tell you. So the only difference is we know how to get back in peace. We know how to align ourselves with our true nature and with perception of oneness. And this is the difference from a regular person and a quote unquote quote spiritual person. So guys, you are perfectly fine with all of the emotions you feel. Let's see, guidance for pile 2. Awaken your authentic self and be true to you. Exactly. So if you guys are feeling sad, then feel sad, guys. You don't have to act like you are above it, because nobody's above it. When a feeling arises, it is pointing towards something, to a past situation, to a belief, to a perception we have of reality. It might not be an objective truth, but it is our truth. And yes, by changing the perception and the belief, we can change the feeling as well. But do not deny yourself the right to be sad just because you think there's something wrong with it, because it's not awakened, spiritual, or whatever it is. This is where most people get it wrong. You are a human. You are a soul having a human experience, which has all of the emotions, all the range of emotions included. The only difference is whether you will be in fear most of your time or you will be in peace most of your time. But nobody is 100% in peace. If you are, then you are dead. Okay? I have to say it like that, because life is just a series of ups and downs. Everything is a cycle in life, and so are our emotions. Be aware of that. Know that there's nothing wrong with you if you feel bad. But then do something about it, of course. We have breathe in bliss, exhale ball. I'm not gonna say it because I don't know if they're gonna find us. Okay. So definitely do some meditation, or maybe some practices that help you deal with emotions, like tapping. So EFT, emotional freedom technique, which is very basic, very simple, and you don't have to know a lot about it in order for you to do it. And there are a lot of videos out there on the internet that you can find to help you with your particular topic. You can search for Brad Yates. That guy has tapping for every single thing that exists in this world. So you can definitely find something there. If Brad Yates is not someone you would like to listen to, work with, there are a lot of other people who have done videos on tapping. So maybe check that out and help yourself stabilize your emotions. Okay, guys? I feel like this is enough for this reading today. I definitely know that you will resolve this sooner or later, and I wish you all the best with it, and I wish that you find your peace and happiness with this situation. Bye, guys. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the card number 1. So what's next in your life is you becoming more open. And what I mean by that is I see a mask here on the ground. I see this box with the doves coming out, and I see you covering yourself up. So there will be something happening that will require you to open up, to show who you truly are, to express yourself in an authentic way, which might be unknown to you up to this point. You may had always had to pretend, maybe wear some masks, maybe please people, maybe change something about yourself in order to be accepted. But the next thing that is happening for you will require you to really be naked, to allow yourself to be seen by other people, who you truly are. But first of all, you have to allow yourself to see yourself. Because I feel that you have been doing such a good job of disguising who you truly are in order to please other people or to get ahead in life that you have completely forgot who you truly are. And my dear Pile 3, the root of my work on this channel, especially my creation channel, which I've already grown a lot, is the authenticity, to bringing a person back to themselves, rediscovering who we truly are in order for us to be able to express it, to be able to give ourselves and the world our best version, who we truly are, and all of our talents and uniqueness that we possess. And I feel that you may have been a kid that was told that you were not enough, that you were ugly, that who would love you, you need to be like this, you need to do like that, and you have been heavily influenced by your surroundings into thinking that there is something basically wrong with you and that you need to change who you are if you want to live a good life. And the time has come for you to open that Pandora's box, to let all the demons from the past go out, just to see what's on the bottom of the box. And that is you. The perfect, bare, unapologetically perfect you. And I know this might sound scary, and it is, because getting back to yourself is, in most cases, not a very pleasant process, if I might say so, from personal experience and from experiences of my clients. But in the end, the reward is worth it. A temporarily discomfort, which will bring you such great rewards, is definitely worth going through. And if you guys decide to do that in the next period in your life, in the next few months, I feel that you will never regret it. You will never regret the choice that you made to be more authentic and more true to yourself. But let's get more insight into this. What to expect next in your life, pile 3. What do we need to know? We have To Be Fair, which is very interesting. This is the same card that pile 1 get in the same position. So if you have been drawn to pile 1 as well, then you might check it out, because there might be a message in pile 1 for you too. Let's see what to expect next in your life, pile 3. We have hope, love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. What else? What is next in your life, pile 3? Grieving. Okay. And last but not least, what is next in your life, pile 3? We have Tiger's Eye. Overcome your fears. So what immediately hit me is this hope card and the grieving card, because these are the stages you will be going through, and those will be the most significant and most painful. Okay, so I need to tell you this because I feel this might come as a shock, but the first time you will be able to truly love and accept yourself the way you truly are, it will feel like pain. I know it doesn't make any sense, but it will feel like pain. You will feel the pain of all the years that you felt unloved by yourself, by others, by your parents, by your siblings, whoever. You will feel such immense pain and such immense release at the same time, which may cause you to actually grieve the inner child, the version of yourself that denounced herself or himself the love that was always their right. And that is a very intense process, and that is one of the reasons I told you that there will be discomforts, but in the end it will be worth it. And I don't mean to scare you, because this is a necessary part of the healing for you to go through in order to be able to truly love and accept yourself, and to be able to look at yourself as that little child who felt so unloved, alone, who felt betrayed, left out, who felt abandoned, and to give it love, maybe for the first time, for it to be able to feel how it is to be loved. And it is a painful process. As I'm talking about it, I'm starting to tear up, which is interesting, because I know that a lot of you here will have that experience once you get into this. I have done mine, so I'm well aware how impactful this is, but you are still not, guys. And I would definitely encourage you, if you are drawn in this direction, to do that first, to deal with your inner child first, because your inner child is directing your life entirely. You think you're making conscious decisions, but in reality, your inner child, who had made certain assumptions and made certain beliefs about the world, is the one that is actually making the shots without you even knowing. I can give you an example. So think about your life, and think about a part of your life that never goes the way you wanted it to go, that you're not satisfied with, that you're not where you want it to be. And think about all of the situations that have happened around that part of your life, whether there are some similarities, whether there is some theme or some words that always keep popping out, or maybe you always have the same type of partners and all the relationship end up in the same way, or maybe you never get enough money, maybe you struggle. So there is like a theme, like reoccurring events, different people, same roles, same script, different actors. If that is the case, then your inner child is calling the shots, not you. Bear that in mind. So it is necessary for you to be able to change that part of your life, to go see your inner child and give it everything they lacked, everything they were deprived of, in order for them to be good, happy, satisfied, loved, so that you can be as well, because you are your inner child. It's the same person. And when you understand that, you know that everything you do for the inner child, it's basically done for yourself. And if you don't know how this looks, I told Pal 2 as well, because they had some similar topic here. If you've never tried techniques like reprogramming from NLP, or matrix reimprinting, or theta healing, or constellations, this is a perfect time for you to try those techniques around this topic and see what that does for your life and for you. With the card To Be Fair, what I'm getting here is that you feel like you are being wronged. And I feel this goes for a lot of you through different areas of your life. So it's not just love, it's not just money, it's like very particular but still different aspects of your life. You felt like you have been done wrong, like life is not fair towards you, like everyone has it better than you. And you always felt like you were deprived of something, like the things that people have naturally, like you were deprived of. You didn't have the right to have those things. And again, I have to say that the key to resolving that issue lies within your inner child, lies within the conclusion, the belief that that little child got, and how they see the world. And this is why I feel it's most beneficial for you to actually go into the direction of your inner child. We have the number 38, which is 11, and we have the number 1. So we have number 1 as a big part of your reading. So 1, 11, 1, 1, 1, if that means something to somebody. So you can look up angel numbers, you can basically look up numerology and see the meanings behind it. But the thing that I'm getting here is that it is time for you to become the one that you were meant to be when you came into this body, into this physical existence, into this experience of life. Because you have a unique personality. There is a uniqueness to you that nobody else has or can have. And it lies within your authenticity. And it is your gift to the world. And nobody can fill your place. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. You are a piece of the puzzle, one and unique, and you cannot go anywhere else, nor any other of the pieces can go fit in your place. And you have been called now to rise up to who you truly are and meant to be in this life, and finish that jigsaw. Do your part for the whole picture, Pile 3. And with a tiger's eye, this is connected to the 3rd chakra. And I see a lot of yellow here, and the yellow is the color of the 3rd chakra. I feel that it is time to act, because our 3rd chakra talks about the way we act and represent ourselves into the world, whether that is through fear or through control, which are both aspects of hopelessness, of not having the ability to act in a right and proper way. Or you can find the authentic way for yourself to act and to express yourself in this physical existence. So there are fears you will have to overcome, of course, because being yourself, your true self, is scary. And it's so much easier just to blend in and pretend that you are just like everybody else. It's so much easier because you're not ridiculed, you're not questioned, you're not hated. You are just a people pleaser. It's so much easier, but you guys are dying inside. And I know that because in a way this was, but I say in a way, my story. I was never really a people pleaser, but I have always felt that I'm different and that it's not appropriate or okay for me to be that. Until I finally healed, until I reconnected with my true nature and accepted myself and loved myself the way I am. And that's why I have no trouble doing these types of videos, talking in a foreign language, making mistakes. I don't really care because I am the source of my own worth. And once you get to that point, Pile 3, you will see what an amazing and fierce power that is. Let's take some tarot cards to clarify a bit further what to expect next in your life, Pile 3. We have the Death. Yes, I so love to see this card here for you, because in order for your true self to come alive, to really embody your true self, your old self, which is your, let's say, your shell, your costume, like here, costume, right? So funny. It needs to die. It needs to transform. It needs to be released for you, your authentic self, to emerge. And it is a way, an ego death, for those of you who are familiar with the term. Your ego needs to die in order for you to be reborn into the ego. And I do have to clarify this for those who don't understand what I mean by that. So, ego is just a role we are playing in this physical existence. But you are the actor, you are the soul. And your core, your nature doesn't change. You, who you are, does not change when you change roles. The only difference is when ego dies and reborns again, is that you know that this is just and that this is just a role, that you are an actor, and that you will change roles sometimes, maybe even within one life. This is just a suit you put on yourself until you decide to put another suit, but you do not identify with the suit. And this is why you are free to be whoever, whatever you want, because you know that you are bigger than that. And because you know you are bigger than that, you can play the role perfectly. You can really be into that role, really do everything the best possible way, because you know you're bigger than this. Because if something happens to the role, you will survive. If you think you are the role, you are shackled by it. It is your prison. And you are doing the best you can to keep it alive by all cost and by all means. At all costs and by all means. And this is the freedom you get after the ego dies. You completely can live in the ego without getting attached to the ego. That's why I'm so happy to see the Death card here. Let's see what else to expect in your life. And we have the Two of Swords. So this is very interesting that we have the scales here, and then we have the girl meditating and holding two fairies in her hands like she's trying to balance. So I feel that the theme here is for you to really find who you are and find the balance between who you were in the past, because the experience you had in the past is not worthless just because you found out that you are something different inside, or that your authentic self is completely different from the person you portrayed yourself to be before. That experience is not worthless, guys. This is the most important part, because the things you have learned and the ways that you adapted through that experiences gave you great abilities, talents, and worthwhile experiences that you can take with yourself into the new self, which will allow you to do your job, your relationships even better because you had that experience. So don't throw away everything before you really felt that you were authentic. Don't throw it away as trash, as unworthy, as unnecessary. It was an integral part of becoming who you are. And this is why you need to find balance between, this is how I was before. I'm leaving this all behind because I am really this, but all of this experience brought something for me, and I'm gonna take the best from it, take the lessons, take the blessings, and move ahead. So definitely, guys, don't fall into that trap. Everything you've been through is a worthwhile experience and brought you a lot of blessings. You only need to recognize it. Let's see what else. What else? The Six of Cups, beautiful. So what usually happens when you start loving yourself? You start seeing other people love you without you even trying, because you radiate with self-love. Then the whole world reflects that back to you. So you feel that you have better connections, that you are more understood, that you are more appreciated. And those are all the blessings from you being able to love yourself. And the more you decide to focus on those types of experiences, you will call that experiences in your life more frequently. So there is a win-win situation here for everybody if you decide to love yourself, guys. That's the bottom line here. What else? We have the Four of Wands. So with the Four of Wands, what I see here is that the Four of Wands usually represents stability, represents a firm foundation. But in your case, the firm foundation you have made for yourself up till now needs to be destroyed. Needs to get a total makeover, a total change, a total reconstruction. And this is why it's come up under the grieving card. You need to let it go. It definitely served some purpose. It definitely brought some pain as well. But now it's time to let it go and to start building something new, something that will support the authentic self, because current foundation in your life is not supportive of this version of you. And we have two that want to come out, so we're going to take them. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knave of Wands, which is the Page of Wands in the traditional deck. So I just stopped for a second, sorry guys, because I'm holding a tarot school, or maybe a tarot workshop, better said, in 2 weeks, and I just stopped at the cards because I'm thinking about all the things I need to say to my clients that are going to learn tarot, and that's just reminding me of different ways of naming the court cards, and maybe to go through with them the English names as well, because the workshop will be in Croatian. It's for my Croatian clients, not for those abroad. So sorry, just a diversion from the reading. So let's go back into it. You need to know that whatever you put into this, however you decide to approach this, it will require your dedication. It will require a certain strategy, a certain plan, and a certain discipline in order to this working out. So it will not be enough for you to just do something one day and that's it. And this is what I tell a lot of my clients who join my courses. I have Love Yourself course, which basically deals with this topic. And this is the topic that we mostly work on that workshop. And the thing that I always say to my clients is loving yourself never stops. It's like washing your teeth. You cannot wash your teeth one day. It's not gonna make a difference. It will not be comfortable, but okay, you can live through it. But if you do not wash your teeth for 3 months, then you're gonna get root rot. The same goes with physical exercise, which I always tell my yoga and Pilates clients. So the same analogy goes. So you need to approach your health, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual health, as you would brushing your teeth. And once you understand the importance of consistency, you will see that this consistency is the thing that allows you to truly be who you are, because it's so easy to fall out of discipline and go back to your old ways because you're so used to it. It's a habit. So the consistency and showing up for yourself each and every day creates a new habit. And since you already have a past habit which was not so beneficial, it will take longer for you to relearn the new habit rather than you having no habits at all and then going from a blank slate to this healthy habit. So it will take time, Pile 3. So be like patient, okay? Be patient with yourself and be easy with yourself, gentle, because loving yourself means not judging yourself for not being there yet. It's a very crucial part, and you have to do it every day for the rest of your life. You have to do it for yourself. Because if you won't do it, nobody else will. This is the reality of loving yourself. You have to do it for yourself. I'm sorry, guys, if you hear some background noise. My dishwasher just ended its cycle, and I hope it will be okay now. And with the Knave of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, I feel that the more you will give into this new habit of loving yourself, you will discover that you have so many interests that you have been numbing in the past because you felt that there is no reason for you to pursue them. And I feel that you will definitely discover new levels of yourself, new depths of yourself, and you will be amazed how wonderful and beautiful you truly are. Let's take some guidance for you. Let's see some advice or guidance for Pile 3 and their situation. What do you need to know here? We have faith in your dreams. Beautiful. This couldn't have been better, okay? So whatever you guys feel like you want to achieve, but you always felt like you're not good enough, that it's not meant for you, that somebody else is better, beautiful, more successful. It's until you learn that you are worthy enough, that you are perfect the way you are, and that you are unique and there's nobody else like you, you will see that there might be many people who are doing the same things as you, but they can never do it in the way that you are doing it. And this is the key to your success. You can do what millions of others are doing, but if you do it in your own personal, authentic way, it will be successful in the end. It might take you a while, yes, as everything that lasts for a lifetime and that has real value, it will take time. It will not come overnight, because everything that comes overnight can just as easily be gone overnight. But everything that is built with a solid foundation through work, effort, and time really gives you best results in the end. It might be slower, but it's definitely more stable. Let's see what else. Some guidance for pile 3. Okay, we are looking for 2. Slow down and rest. You need it. Yes, maybe take a bath as it's depicted here. And be really gentle with yourself. You're gonna need it, especially if you're a woman, because you have all these emotional cycles, all the hormones affecting you. And take your time when you're feeling bad to accept yourself and say, I feel bad, but that's okay. I accept myself and I love myself even though I'm feeling those feelings. And this is the sentence you would use in tapping as well. So maybe tapping will definitely be something that will benefit you guys. I feel like I told that to pile 2, but I feel like you needed to hear it as well. Maybe do some EFT. So tapping is EFT technique, which means emotional freedom technique. You can find tapping on any possible subject that exists on the channel of Brad Yates, if you have heard of him. So this is not a suggestion that I normally give to people, but I know that Brad Yates has tapping on every single topic that you can think of. So maybe that can be a good starting point if you decide that you want to maybe listen to somebody else tapping or somebody else's videos. But I feel like his channel might be a perfect fit for some of you, and for others of you might be a good starting point to see where it leads you. And we have allow unlimited abundance. Yes, perfect. I love when cards perfectly line up with the story that I'm getting. And I feel that you don't even realize how much abundance you can have by being yourself, how much richness, how much amazing things can happen once you start being your true self. But of course, the prerequisite is you being okay with yourself being your authentic self. Because if you, in some extent, feel like you will be judged, you will be ridiculed, that belief will come true and you will have those type of experiences. But that's okay too if you learn from them. And you have to know that nobody ever felt sorry for being their authentic self. Everybody in the end felt more free and more happy with themselves. So my dear pile 3, this was your reading. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. And I hope that I see you in the next reading. Bye, guys.